You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're out of rhythm. Let that sit for a moment. You ever wonder why some days you feel like a machine, and other days you can't even open a notebook? It's not discipline you're missing, it's rhythm. And when you're out of rhythm, even simple things feel heavy. We don't fix this by hustling harder. We fix this by getting back in sync with who we're meant to be. There are two types of tired. The first kind, you worked all day, hit the gym, executed your plans. You earned that kind of tired. That kind leads to growth. The second kind, you did nothing and still feel exhausted. That's what happens when you're fighting life instead of flowing with it. That's the tired that comes from watching yourself fall behind. The fatigue of inactivity. You're not doing too much. You're doing too little of the right things. People wait for a feeling to get started, but action creates emotion, not the other way around. The workout feels good after. The clarity comes after you write. The confidence comes after you speak. You will never feel like it. Not at first. It's awkward, it's clunky, it feels fake, but that's not a sign to stop. That's the signal you're at the doorway of growth. At first it's resistance. Every bone in your body says skip it, but if you show up again, it gets lighter. Do it 10 times, that's your new normal. Do it 100 times, that's freedom. You don't think, you just move. Habits aren't just routines, they're identity anchors. Every rep is a vote for who you're becoming. You don't think your way out of fear. You move your way through it. Fear grows in stillness. It multiplies when you overthink. That call you're scared to make, that move you're delaying, it's not going to get less scary. You just get stronger by doing it scared. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means go before you're ready. Your environment is shaping you whether you like it or not. Clutter creates chaos. Noise creates numbness. Even the people around you can be walking ads for mediocrity. Your room, your playlist, your tabs, your circle, all of it's either fueling your fire or putting it out. If you feel like you're falling behind, check the room you're falling behind in. Some people are sweating and struggling on a treadmill, going nowhere. It's not about grinding more, it's about building wiser. Use systems, cut distractions. Put yourself in places that ignite your focus. This is the era of building smarter, not just harder. You're not a robot, you're a strategist in training. Start small, start clunky, start tired. Just start. Do it once, it's awkward. Do it 10 times, it's habit. Do it 100 times, and you'll look back wondering how you ever lived any other way. You're not here to dabble, you're here to dominate your lane. But domination starts with discipline. Discipline becomes rhythm. And rhythm? Rhythm turns you into a force that cannot be ignored. You ever notice how nature doesn't hustle? The sun doesn't rush the sunrise. The ocean doesn't force the tide. But still, everything gets done perfectly, on time. That's rhythm. And we forget, we are nature. We're designed to move in rhythm, not chaos. But modern life throws us into a storm of overstimulation and underdirection. No wonder we feel offbeat. We scroll more than we move. We compare more than we create. We're plugged in, but barely turned on. So let's unplug. From noise, from excuses, from low-frequency environments, and let's reconnect to the beat that built us. You don't need a miracle morning. You need a non-negotiable moment, a moment where you remember, I build my life in minutes, not in moods. That means getting up when your mind says 5 more minutes. That means writing when your fingers hesitate. That means showing up on days when the dream feels distant. Your power is not in how you feel. Your power is in how you move despite it. Here's what nobody tells you. You won't always be motivated, but you don't need motivation when you have a standard. You won't always be clear, but you don't need clarity when you have commitment. You won't always be confident, but you don't need confidence when you just show up. We don't rise by accident, we rise by alignment. So here's the real question. What are you aligning with? Are you aligning with your excuses or your execution? With your fears or your future? Every choice is a beat. Every day is a track. And the way you string them together becomes the song of your life. Let it be a song of progress, of energy, of movement. And remember, you're not lazy, you're not broken, you're just out of rhythm. So move, even if it's slow, even if it's messy, even if nobody sees it yet, because rhythm doesn't require applause, it just needs repetition. And if you keep moving long enough, the world will hear your beat, and they won't be able to ignore it. Let's be real, you don't just want discipline, you want trust in yourself. Because when you keep breaking promises to you, you don't just lose time, you lose belief. And belief is the root of rhythm. Every time you say tomorrow and don't follow through, you chip away at your identity. You start becoming a version of yourself you don't recognize, mentally exhausted, emotionally checked out, spiritually silent. But that's not the real you. That's just what happens when your rhythm gets hijacked by noise. The real you is still in there. Still hungry, still capable, still built for more. You don't get that version back through guilt. You get it back through micro wins, not the 10-year vision, not the perfect plan. You get it back by showing up for the small stuff. Drink the water, make the call, do the reps, silence the phone. Move, build, repeat, because every time you show up, you stack evidence that you're not done yet. Understand this, you're not stuck. You're paused, and the same way music sounds flat when it skips a beat, your life feels off when you stop moving with intention. You don't need more pressure, you need more precision. More decisions that align with who you're becoming, not who you were when you were tired, afraid, or uninspired. So today, start small, but start in truth. Not the lie that says you're lazy, not the lie that says you missed your chance, but the truth that says you were never lost, just off tempo. And now, it's time to lock back in. No applause, no audience, just you, your goals, and the rhythm that's always been waiting for you to come back home. Your environment is your engine, not your willpower, not your motivation. Your environment. It's the silent force pulling you forward or dragging you down. You don't rise above your environment. You reflect it. You can't build focus in a room that feeds distraction. You can't grow in a space where you're constantly shrinking. You can't thrive in an atmosphere that numbs your spirit. Want to change your life? Start with your surroundings. The room you wake up in, the way your bed is made, the energy in your kitchen, the tabs you leave open, the people you answer messages from. Let's talk about your phone. It's not just a tool, it's your second environment. What you scroll is what you believe. What you double tap is what you become. If your feed is full of outrage, distractions, gossip, and dopamine traps, don't be shocked when your discipline slips and your momentum fades. Clean it up. Mute the noise, unfollow passivity, curate a digital atmosphere that sharpens your mind, build a feed that feeds your future. Your kitchen, that's a mindset station. Junk food is junk decisions waiting to happen. A fridge full of cravings won't give you clarity. Eat to fuel, not to forget. Choose meals that sharpen, not sedate you. You don't need a diet, you need alignment. Every bite is building or breaking your rhythm. And your home? It should be a command center, not a confusion chamber. Your desk should spark clarity. Your room should invite rest. Your walls should echo vision, not chaos. If your space looks like who you used to be, don't expect it to pull out who you're becoming. Design for your standards, not your moods. And people, you can't grow in a circle built for comfort. You can't stay sharp surrounded by dull energy. Your circle is your mirror. Every conversation either fuels your focus or fogs it. You need people who stretch you, not just sit with you. Friends who ask, what's next? Not what's wrong. Accountability that feels like love, not judgment. Audit your access list. Some people are drains, some are charges. And the ones who drain you with doubt, they don't deserve front row seats in your life. This is your season of intentional influence. Build an environment that makes your rhythm inevitable. One where you don't need more motivation, because your whole life is designed to move you forward. Environment isn't neutral. It's either shaping you or slowly shrinking you. And you weren't born to shrink. You were born to set the tone, to walk in rhythm, to build a space so powerful. Your silence inspires movement. Your future isn't waiting, it's watching what you tolerate right now. Choose your environment like your life depends on it, because it does. We often find ourselves pulled between the past and the future, one foot stuck in yesterday and the other uncertain about tomorrow. The past, with its wounds, patterns, and regrets, tries to drag us back, convincing us that we need its permission to step into the future. But here's the truth. Your past does not define your future. It doesn't have the power to dictate who you are today or who you'll become tomorrow. The trap we fall into is waiting for permission from the past. We expect some sign or moment of approval before we can move forward. But that moment never comes. The past will always try to hold us back because it's comfortable where it is. Stop waiting for the past to give you permission to step into your future. You don't need its approval. Your future is yours to create. Now, if you're holding on to anger, that's a force that keeps you locked in place. Anger stems from hurt and a feeling of powerlessness. It gives us a sense of control over things we can't change. But the problem is, anger becomes an anchor. The longer you hold on to it, the more it weighs you down, keeping you stuck in a cycle of bitterness and resentment. What if that anger won't go away? It's time to transmute the energy. Transmutation doesn't mean forgetting the hurt. It means transforming that energy into something powerful. Take the fire of your anger and turn it into drive, the frustration into motivation, the resentment into resolve. By doing this, you use that intense energy to fuel your journey forward, not to keep you tethered to the past. Instead of letting anger define your path, let it shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more determined. Focus on what you want to create, not on what you're trying to escape. Your power lies in how you choose to channel that energy. Imagine waking up every day with a clear vision of the future you want, not weighed down by past mistakes or regret. This is what happens when you stop letting your past dictate your life. This is how you set yourself free. Your environment, both physical and mental, shapes your reality. If you want to change your life, start with your surroundings. Create spaces that reflect the person you want to become. Stop holding on to the past. Your future is waiting, but it can't move forward until you do. Your future isn't waiting for you to get better. It's waiting for you to act. Transmute your anger, take control of your space, and start creating the life you deserve. Your future is yours to shape. Don't let the past keep you from it.